Hey guys, and welcome back to Cornerstone Youth Markham's YouTube channel. My name is Sarah, and I'm so excited to continue along with our series called Goals, where through the story of Nehemiah, we're learning how to set and achieve goals. Who's trying to get physically stronger this year? Let's watch Clark as he takes on some physical challenges. And I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be sitting on my couch snacking while I watch him do them.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Clark, and this segment is called Let's Go. And today, I'm gonna learn how to do ballet.
Two weeks ago, we started this series by talking about New Year's resolutions. And according to Strava, a social network that monitors physical activity, January 19th was the day people were most likely to give up on their fitness goals. That day was called Quitter's Day. Do you relate to that? I mean, no matter what, if your goals are spiritual or mental, physical, or relational, you're going to face opposition and frustration and a lack of motivation on your way to achieving those goals. But there is always hope, as there always is when we have God. Let's see what the story of Nehemiah has to show us. If you haven't watched the previous two videos on this story, please do. It'll give you way more context. But in essence, we're studying the story of Nehemiah. Now, Nehemiah was a man who had a big goal, and his goal was to rebuild the city walls of Jerusalem to protect the Jewish people and also to bring them back to God and to honor God. For months, Nehemiah prayed and planned, and then he asked the king of Persia to let him go and rebuild the walls. And the king said yes, so Nehemiah went to work. In Nehemiah 3, Nehemiah arrived in Jerusalem and got to work. But he didn't work on his big goal alone. If you read through the entire chapter 3, you'll see that tons of people helped out. And here are just some of those names. It's a lot. So this wall was really a team effort. Now let's talk about bullies. We're going to read from Nehemiah 4 verses 1 to 3. Enemies oppose the rebuilding. Sanballat was very angry when he learned that we were rebuilding the wall. He flew into a rage and mocked the Jews, saying in front of his friends and the Samaritan army officers, "What does this bunch of poor, feeble Jews think they're doing? Do they think they can build the wall in a single day by just offering a few sacrifices? Do they actually think they can make something of stones from a rubbish heap, and charred ones at that?" Tobiah the Ammonite, who was standing beside him, remarked, "That stone wall would collapse if even a fox walked along the top of it." These guys called the team building the wall weak. They mocked the quality of their work, they mocked their beliefs, they mocked their pain, and they tried to crush their hope. Even though Nehemiah and his team were being obedient to God, they still had to deal with haters. So let's see how they responded to this opposition and hurt. We're going to read from Nehemiah 4, verses 4 to 6. Then I prayed, "Hear us, our God, for we are being mocked. May their scoffing fall back on their own heads, and may they themselves become captives in a foreign land. Do not ignore their guilt. Do not blot out their sins, for they have provoked you to anger here in front of the builders." At last, the wall was completed to half its height around the entire city, for the people had worked with enthusiasm. You can read the passage and reflect on it yourself, but here are 3 things that I notice. 1, Nehemiah didn't get distracted. So he didn't fight with these bullies. He didn't play into their drama and create more. He didn't even respond to them. Number 2, Nehemiah took it to God. He asked God to hear his prayers and make it right. And he wasn't afraid to be honest with God about what he was feeling. He wanted these guys to be punished. And number 3, Nehemiah kept going. He and his team kept building no matter what other people had to say. They rebuilt the wall to half its original height, and everyone poured their hearts into it. That's a great achievement. When you chase your God-sized goals, you can expect obstacles and opposition. But 2 Timothy 1 verse 7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." So we don't need to be afraid because God is with us always through his Holy Spirit. And God will give us the power and strength to do these things, his enduring love and self-discipline to see us through to reaching our goals. The truth is, we may face difficulties just like Nehemiah did as we journey on towards our goals. But God gives us strength to pursue our God-sized goals. So here are 3 things to remember as you pursue your God-sized goal. Number 1, don't get distracted. When you're following God, not everyone will like it or support you. But that's okay because we aren't called to please people but to please God. So focus on that and surround yourself with people who want what's best for you. Number 2, take it all to God. Just like Nehemiah, who was in constant communication with God throughout this entire process, but especially when he faced opposition, we too need to be in constant dialogue with God, talking back and forth, asking him for his wisdom, and asking him for his help, especially when we're struggling. And number 3, keep on going. A saying that I kind of like is, if you're not dead, God's not done. So every day of life is an awesome opportunity to keep walking forward, to keep chasing those dreams, knowing that the Holy Spirit, power, love, and self-discipline goes with you wherever you go. With God, you can do this. I'm cheering you on, friends. That wraps up this week's episode. If you're here from our Cornerstone family, hi! And if you're here from our global family, hello! We are so grateful to have you all in our family of Christ. If you felt encouraged by this series and if you have started on your God-sized goals, we would love to hear it by you commenting down below in the comment section or by messaging us on our Instagram at Cornerstone Youth Markham. We make a lot of content there, so if you want to check us out, please do. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you never miss another episode. We will see you guys in the next one. Be blessed. Bye.